Welcome back to Network Africa. Kenya is preparing to host the Giants Club Summit on tackling poaching of the continent's giant animals, elephants and rhinos. Some 105 tons of ivory stockpile will be destroyed at the end of that summit. That will be the latest step in the country's campaign against elephant poaching.
The meeting, which will be held at the end of the week, aims to showcase initiatives against poaching that have worked, drawing on global goodwill and developing new ways to eradicate poaching. According to Kenya Wildlife Service Chairman Richard Leakey, poaching has surged in the last few years across sub-Saharan Africa, where gangs kill elephants and rhinos to feed Asian demand for ivory and horns for use in folk medicine. A 2014 UN and Interpol report estimates that about 20,000 to 25,000 elephants were killed in Africa every year, out of a total population of as many as 650,000. Around 1,300 rhinos were killed illegally in Africa last year.
Basically, there's a big market. And where there's a big market that's illegal, people will find their way to supply it. So what we have to do is somehow persuade people who buy elephant ivory that doing so, they're destroying one of the most valuable animals on our planet. Now, although we did stop the ivory trade almost completely in the early 90s, it's come back again.
At the end of the three-day summit, Kenya will destroy at least 105 tons of its ivory stockpile, hoping it will make a highly visible statement of intent towards raising awareness of the issues, stigmatizing the purchase of ivory, and galvanizing global support for a total trade ban.
Kenya has now decided to do another demonstration of our absolute opposition to the market. We're going to burn every single piece of ivory that we can in our stocks. There'll be some left because of court cases, but we will burn this ivory and it'll be seen by the whole world. It'll be very dramatic. It's the biggest burn of ivory that's ever been done on this planet. People in every corner of the globe will know about it and will do what they did in 1890. Why are the Kenyans doing this? And the press will be there to say, because the elephants are nearly finished. Don't buy ivory. Kenya's position is ivory is only valuable if it's on a living elephant.
Kenya has imposed stiffer penalties, longer jail terms and bigger fines for wildlife poaching or trafficking, saying poaching is harming tourism, a major earner of foreign exchange. Kenya's economy relies heavily on tourism. In turn, live elephants are one of the most vital parts of the industry that gave the country more than $2 billion in 2014. The stockpile to be destroyed is worth an estimated $30 million on the black market, and critics have argued that destroying the tusk is a waste, saying the trophies could be sold and proceeds used in conservation. However, Leakey says the economic and moral value of elephants with their ivory attached is enormous. Conservationists also argue that any sale of ivory will only encourage the illicit trade.
There's nothing else we can do. If we sell it, we're going to encourage the trade to go on. We want to destroy it. We want to take it out of economic reach once and for all. And it worked before. It worked dramatically previously. I think this fire will get enough attention that it'll work again. But ultimately, the younger generation, the 20s and 30s, possibly some of the school children, have got to be more vocal, more demanding of their respective governments to stop destroying our planet. Climate change, environmental damage, loss of wildlife and biodiversity is going to affect everybody, and it's bad and wrong, immoral. One might even say it's against religion to give your children a worse inheritance than you had yourself.
In 2011, then-President Mwai Kibaki set fire to 5 tons of contraband ivory. His predecessor, Daniel Arap Moi, did the same in 1989.
That's a very bold step to stop poaching. Let's take you over to Zambia, where the central bank has been praised by President Edward Lungu for its handling of exchange rate turbulence that has helped the kwacha currency recover from big losses recorded last year. The Bank of Zambia raised interest rates by 300 basis points to 15.5% in November in a bid to curb inflationary pressures, but left them on hold in February, citing concerns about slowing growth.
The kwacha recouped some of the losses from last year when a sharp slide in copper price hurt Africa's second biggest producer of the commodity. But the currency came under renewed pressure this week after a credit rating downgrade from rating agency Moody's. The president said in a statement that his administration has full confidence in the leadership of the central bank, which is why it allows them the necessary autonomy to execute monetary policy professionally as they can. However, many Lusaka residents say they are yet to feel the effects of a strengthening kwacha.
It hasn't appreciated that much for people to get so excited about it. But for the business world, I think it is, because at least we can see that kwacha is appreciating, and looking at the news that kwacha is one of the currencies, the strong currencies, that can not only go down, but it can actually appreciate in a good way. But the worry comes in where we have kwacha appreciating and prices that were raised still remain the same.
It will positively, bring development to the country, in as a lot of things in this country are imported, and it means the cost of doing business will go down, and commodities on the market, like everything has gone high, cost of living, cost of doing business, and etc.
The government has criticized politicians and analysts who have dismissed the kwacha's recovery as a political gimmick ahead of general elections in August, and says austerity measures introduced last year will be maintained despite the looming vote.
If it is tight monetary policy that is causing the exchange rate to appreciate, then we must be mindful of the fact that that tight monetary policy could very soon have the counterproductive effect of causing more depreciation of the kwacha faster and higher inflation. So this is what is obtaining in the economy today.
According to the Ministry of Finance, Zambia's debt stock was around $6.6 billion at the end of March, a marginal increase from $6.4 billion in December 2015. With commodities trader Glencore planning to invest over $1.1 billion in Zambia to sink 3 copper mine shafts. President Lungu has said Zambia is experiencing increased interest in government securities as well as renewed confidence in the mining industry.
Well, that's Network Africa today. Thank you so much for watching. I am Adeshawa Josh, and I'll see you again.